Alright, this is Andrew with the home inspection. Today is June 19th, 2026, and we're doing a sewer scope here in Sandy. We're at 8938 South Manchester Lane. We have the camera pushed out 80 feet to the city connection, and now I'm going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. That looks like gravel cement. Gravel cement gets a little rough, so you want to be careful not to put wet wipes down the line. They could get stuck on that and cause an issue. But pretty common for the age. Noticing a little bit of buildup. So far, I would call it a typical amount. You definitely wouldn't want to have more than this. This is an offset. Looks like the pipe has shifted slightly. I'm looking at that piece on the left, and I can't tell if that is earth or if that's a fitting outside the pipe or what that is, if it's something that's gotten lost in there. Never good to have an offset where waste can get stuck. If enough waste gets stuck on that, it can create a blockage where it backs up towards the house. So that's one concern. Also, if it's letting water through that joint, then it can cause it to continue to move, which creates another issue. That's an access point, so somewhere outside there is an access. That looks like cast iron. And so that's the only cast iron that I think this house has, but cast iron gets real rough and rusty and will eventually need to be replaced. Bear with me, I'm needing to grab more paper towel because of the debris coming off of this line. Probably getting to the point where you could consider having this line cleaned proactively. It's always good to have it looked at again once it's cleaned, because there's more that you can look at and there's more insight you can get when the line is clean. It looked like there was a couple high spots, first the offset, but then there was another transition that we just went past that felt like I had to go up to get to it. It wasn't holding a lot of water, but it was also, there was a lot of debris around it, and so it's hard to know whether that had proper slope or not. Like right there, that's a little bit of a flat spot, not very long, and so it's less concerning, but you know, you never want to have any sort of standing water. I'm getting to the point to where I think you could consider having the line cleaned. If you don't and you're careful, it could be fine. You might never notice that you have buildup, but sometimes when a house is vacant between owners, that buildup can dry up and then move around all at once, and that can create blockages. You don't want it hardening or getting stuck in the line, and so it's just enough buildup that I think it might be worth having it cleaned. They could hydrojet it, and that would be clean as can be. You'd be able to look at it again, which is usually included, and they'd be able to tell you whether you have any bad grade or standing water at that point. I'm going to end this recording now.